Hello, friends, and welcome back to the horror section. This is going to be a review video for Forever Evil from 1987. And this movie kind of tells the tale of these people that stay at this house, and this kind of evil, kind of supernatural spirit or whatever kills them off one by one, and it's got some pretty cool little scenes in there at the first of it, but kills them off, and one person barely escapes. And when they escape, a car kind of hits them, and the next thing you know, they wake up and they're in the hospital, and they're trying to deal with what was going on with with their friends getting killed and all the other stuff. And there's kind of a detective there, and he's kind of helping him a little bit, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, all of a sudden they find this other lady that kind of finds him because she heard about what he went through in the house, and we figure out that she kind of went through the same kind of thing too. So she's trying to find him to ask questions about it. So what they do is they team up, and with the detective, they kind of team up and they try to figure out what's going on. Where did this evil come from? What's going on here? Is it just like a maniac going around killing people, or is there something a little more into it? A little more supernatural, if you will. And they're pretty much just searching for it. They check, like old clips of papers and stuff, and they see if there's any patterns, and they kind of investigate into it. So I thought it was pretty cool. I don't want to go into any further details about it. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's a little bit of it, of course, is a horror movie. It's got a little supernatural in there, but it's a little bit of a detective because they're trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening here. They're trying to find patterns and stuff like that and see if they can stop this evil. The guy, he's wanting to avenge his friends that got killed, and so does the lady, so they pretty much team up, to fight the evil. So I thought it was a pretty cool movie. It had some pretty cool effects in it. It looks like a lower budget movie, but I enjoyed it pretty good. It's got some a few gory spots in it. It is a little bit of a longer movie. I think it would have been better if they would shorten it up. They could have took a few scenes out that didn't need to be there. Because, it has other, they get to talking, and they might talk a little longer than what you would want. But it didn't bother me too bad. Because the movie, you're kind of trying to figure out what's going on all the way through the movie. Because, it's not just like a regular slasher movie. There's a little bit of supernatural elements in it. So you're trying to figure out what's going on here. What does this part mean? And what does this, so it's a pretty fun movie that kept me intrigued all the way through. I enjoyed it pretty good. Even though, like I said, it was a little long, but still I enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of the time going through it there because I was kind of enthralled about what was going on. What are they figuring out? What have they found out about this slaughter of these people? What's going on here? So I thought it was pretty cool. And it's got some pretty cool effects. It's even got this crazy looking zombie looking guy in there. He's in there a couple times in the movie. He does that's a kind of cool scene. It's even got a little bit of I don't know if it was meant to be, but some of it's got a little bit of comedic charm to it. Some of the spots in there were kind of funny to me. It's even got a few oddball things in there. Like, if I'm thinking right, the one guy, he draws on the map, they put up some pins where a few murders have happened, and it's supposed to be, I guess, a pentagram. And he says, that forms a pentagon. So, I guess, I figured the Pentagon was this thing in Washington, D.C. or whatever, the government, whatever, but, it formed a pentagon. But I was thinking it was supposed to be a pentagram, but I just thought that was funny. It's just got some funny things in there that I don't think they were meant to be in there. They just didn't edit them out that kind of make you laugh, because you can tell it's a lower budget movie, but but it's still a good one. I mean, that's what I enjoy watching, is those lower budget movies. But I thought this one was actually pretty good, and this is like the first time I've watched it, so I actually enjoyed it pretty good. Like I said, if you're looking for a fast paced movie, you probably wouldn't really want to get this one because it is a little slower and a little longer than most movies are, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was fun. But like I said, if you're kind of wanting to, and it has a little bit of the Evil Dead kind of feel to it too, especially the first of the movie. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Evil Dead. You know, you get to see the people get killed there at the first before the guy escapes or whatever, and that's what it even kind of reminds me of. It looked like a little bit of the Evil Dead there, but then it goes into the more of the detective thing where they're trying to figure out what's going on and all that. And then it's got a pretty good ending to it too. So I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty fun. Pretty cool little movie. Like I said, the only thing I would change about it, I might knock out a few of those scenes, you know, that are where they're talking a lot or something. Or they could have added more scenes, you know, split up where the guys were talking and put like another death scene in between there and then go, you know, just something like that. But it was still pretty enjoyable. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. So like I said, if you're like a pretty decent low budget movie where you don't know what's going on till like kind of the end, you kind of get bits and pieces, and that has some pretty good scares in it a little bit, and a little bit of good practical horror things in there, you know. So it's pretty good, and they do a good job on the. Like I said, he looks pretty good, and you see him a couple times. Now, there are a few, like, a computer animated stuff in there that, like, kind of like lightning bolts or something in there, which they look kind of silly, but there's not enough in there to really hurt it for me. But it has a lot of practical effects in there. That's what I like. But the computer animated stuff wasn't too bad to me. But, like I said, if you're into that kind of movie, then you might want to check Forever Evil out. And I know they have the trailer here on YouTube. They might have the full movie. I'm not really for sure on that. I didn't look it up on YouTube. But like I said, I enjoyed it pretty good. So I hope you liked my review. And if you did like my review, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next video, have a good one. See you.